Looks promising. If I didn't know better, I'd swear you knew what you were doing.
There we go. We are now live to go ahead with our regular RDC.
I have it's 5:45, so we'll go ahead and call the regular meeting of the Town of LaGrange RDC to order.
What did we move last? Okay, try that.
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay. Like I said, it's 5:45. We'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. We're here tonight to discuss the 9 and 20 properties. Guess I would be looking for a motion to move forward with the sale of those properties in the amount of the average of the two appraisals, which would be $350,000.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by
Second.
Ray, by Edna, and second by Ray. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, motion carries. That will be brought up in the regular council meeting as well as a
That's the
recommendation.
350 plus the 20.
350 plus,
No.
the buyer covering
Yeah.
his agent's fees of the 20,000.
Yeah.
That we're trying to lock in on the property. Is there anything else that you want us to cover in this part of it, Bill?
I feel good. That's what we needed to do. And then we'll go to the next meeting and we'll have the board approve the action of the RDC and away we go.
Don't believe we have anything else on our agenda, so we can go
Move to
ahead
adjourn.
and run the RDC meeting. Wait for the regular meeting to begin.
So Lori, I can stay on this website then and come back in on this for the next meeting.
Yeah, I'm gonna mute you though. unless you-
Okay, well, that's okay. I'm going to turn off my audio and my video and I'll just talk to some buddies until then.
Okay, why don't you do that?
Thinking, oops.
Can you hear again, Bill?
I can.
Great, that's all I needed to know.
Actually, you just always be worried. Keep looking. It's delayed though. Oh, just plain old one. It's really delayed. You live in the street.
I thought she had a street cemetery in Edna.
Yeah.
Edna has street cemetery and street cemetery.
Warren.
And then what department do you have? Do you have? Pardon? What departments are you over?
Street and cemetery.
That's what. Then you have water. Madeline? You?
Yeah, Carolyn has water.
Carolyn has
I
water.
did, and then I got on street park instead. When I started doing all the park stuff, it was like,
You have water and park.
Yeah, Warren.
I was like messaging with John about end of year stuff and wish listings.
Yeah, you were.
I was definitely not messaging you about it.
I guess we need to
Wait till
clarify
budget
who's over what.
Well, we're gonna do that today.
I think she's screwed you.
So.
She didn't know.
You didn't get what you wanted, did you?
I got everything.
Is that something that's coming through?
So now-
Yes, sir. I believe.
Street and cemetery.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm. I mean, even with like, road and all, I remember I can show text messages about.
Yes, you did. I remember that. But at some point, when Edna came on, she wanted. that heard.
Mhm.
Sorry,
I failed you, Mark.
On the same thing.
Mhm.
The insurance side is not the same as the town department anyway, so you didn't really fail anyway.
Okay.
But if you want to carry that burden, you just go right ahead. Hey, it's 6 o'clock by the big clock. We'll go ahead and get started. I'll entertain a motion for approve the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed?
I moved to approve the minutes.
Second.
Motion carried. Got a motion and a second for approve of the minutes from our last meeting. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Last month, well, maybe it was even in December now, think about it. No, yeah, it was last month. We, talked about, our liaisons for the different departments. And so, we've had some changes that have taken place. And so, Josh is going to be in charge of water. Carolyn will be parks, and we hope it's a good year for parks. Diane will be wastewater. Edna will be streets and cemetery. And I'll be doing police and fire. Everybody okay with all that?
A lot on your plate, right?
Do what?
It's a lot on your plate.
Yeah, well, I
I think
don't
you'd
do
be all right.
much, so I get along with it.
Make his life easy.
Yeah, he makes my life pretty easy. He keeps writing me, I'm gonna cancel the meeting for tonight. So get that out of the way, and that will be on the town pages, how that's done, so. So with that done, Lori, what do you got for us tonight?
My first thing is December bank reconciliation reports. That to everyone. Carolyn, I know you didn't get anything.
I did read
She
over.
finally did.
I did read over.
I make a motion, we accept the bank reconciliation.
Got a motion? We have a second?
Second.
Got a motion and a second to accept our December reconciliation reports. Any further discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.
The next thing I have is Edna submitted a uniform conflict of interest disclosure at the last meeting, and these need to be reviewed and approved. I included that in the, there's a place to sign on there. He just does alterations for police and sometimes fire department, maybe occasionally.
Not a lot.
It's not a lot. She just exposing it because it could happen throughout the year and we like to keep things on that.
You know.
We're about done signing, so I'm just gonna move on because it's nothing that has to be voted on. I just want to let everybody know that the office renovations are about 98% complete. They have to finish the little closet over here and put glass in the window, and I think that's about it. So that's pretty much done. The girls are moved back in. So far, things seem to be working out really well. If you want to take a look when we're done with the meeting, that'd be fine.
I don't sign this, do you?
No, you already.
No, you already.
That's what I thought.
The only other thing is, I got word last week that the last certification that I know of to apply for, I was approved for. So now I also have IAMCA certificate. You don't
YMCA.
something like that. I don't know what it means, but I know I've got enough training that I got approved to have.
Well,
that
congratulations.
certification.
That's excellent.
We don't know what it is, but congratulations.
But we don't know what it means, other than I've done enough training to earn
Yeah.
it.
Now, before long, we're gonna need 2 pages for you to put in all your acronym thingies on there.
Yeah, it's like alphabet soup. That's what it is. I appreciate town let me apply for those things. It means a lot to me. I feel like I've done something.
Well, it does good for us.
I think that's all I have. Like I always say, if I think of something, I can always bring it up during open discussion.
Anybody have anything for a little? If not, water. Mark, do you have anything? I know you didn't do a report.
Nothing major. I did forget to put on the last report that we got our first round of lead testing back and nothing showed up in it. So
Yeah, okay.
any of the tests. So
That's
so
excellent.
far so good.
Yeah, that's
We'll
excellent.
do some more soon here and just keep testing now and then and make everybody happy.
Looked like you got rid of quite a few test kits and stuff the other night when you were here. When we had our
People
lead-
handing out. to
Oh,
people.
gotcha.
our lead thing.
Yeah, a lot of filters and we still need to get some pictures ordered. Just remember that, but yeah, I think everybody that was concerned that wanted a filter of some sort has already approached us about it.
We have some in the closet, so if anybody wants them, send them our way. Not pictures, but
Not yet, we'll get pictures.
Mark, did you have anything for wastewater other than? I know she didn't have any report.
She-
All right.
She did mention to me that they had, I believe it was one of it. I'm assuming on the lift station, a pump motor that they'd sent in that they thought was going to be able to be repaired. It doesn't sound like it may, so I think at the next meeting, you may have some quotes for some replacement stuff coming. But other than that, no, it seems to be going pretty smooth for new gentleman seems to be working out and catching on well, so they've got him worked into the rotation now, so he's doing a good job.
Excellent. Good deal. Rich. Rich, by this 400-page email that you sent me,
I give you information. I did send out the 2024 report, so hopefully you got a copy of that, and got to look at that. The big thing, I called down to try to get prices for 2025 Tahoe. And instantly got you'll be able to order one. We don't have a clue when you might get that, or when they're gonna build it yet. So, but he said, I do have a 24 on the lot. It's not white. So, I would prefer white, don't get me wrong, because I'm kind of selfish, but it's just, it is what it is.
well, you're not gonna be driving it, so what does it matter?
Well, it doesn't. For selfish reasons, I'd love to have it all the same color but even if it was my money, I would look at this and go, I'm not spending an extra $3,500 just because I want a white. And when I talked to Mark about it, he said, when he ordered the trucks for the street department, I think he's really unknown when they're gonna come up to. So we're in this problem still of not knowing when they're gonna do what they're supposed to. So if we look at the 2024 at that silver, it'll be a fully marked police car, light bar, police on the side, whole thing. So it isn't like it's gonna be some hidden thing. It is what it is. It's a saver of $3,500 in my eyes. Josh had brought up some questions of, well, can we repaint it? Well, you could, but I know what repainting is gonna be at least $4,000. And he said, what about wrapping it? You could wrap it. And as I told him, I'll do whatever the board wants to do. I'm just bringing it up. I know a wrap's probably gonna cost a couple $1,000s. I think we're just spending money to make it look white. And, I think we're not, like I said to Josh, it's not like a fire truck that we're gonna have 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
They get damaged quicker. They aren't on the fleet that long. So in my eyes, it isn't personally worth it. And I don't want to spend government money like that either. So if we don't need it, I'd rather not spend it. It gets us the new vehicle for the year. We move on and we try to go forwards. But if we look at the 24 prices against the 25, he told me that it's an upgrade of 7% for 2025. So understand Kelly is the state bid price for police cars, and they sell outside of Indiana because they're very large. So if you were trying to price a 24, we can't price another 24 because there are no other 24s on the lots to price at another dealership. If you price it as a retail, you're going to gain anywhere between $8,000 and $9,000, depending on what dealership you call. And it's not going to be a police vehicle. It's going to be a vehicle that you or I would buy. So we're really pricing against the 25, and you're pricing at $3,550 basically as an increase to wait for a 25. And if we price at other dealerships that doesn't have the state bid quality, their prices are anywhere between $1,500 and $1,800 more, depending on what dealership wants to. They just don't have the power buy that Tom Kelly has. So if we're looking at trying to, we can bid stuff, but I already know where we're at, where we're going to end up at. So I'm game for the 2024 model. We mark it, we move forward, and it gets us a vehicle. And selfishness, I'd rather have white, but again, it isn't going to change how we do work. It isn't going to change who's doing the work. It's still going to be a police car out doing the job. So I leave that up to the board. I throw the egg against the wall and let you guys decide what you might want to do. So
I'll make a motion to buy the 2024 Chevy Tahoe from Kelly, as is.
it's $50,715.
Yeah,
It's what?
$50,715.
I'll second that motion.
And a motion and a second to buy a 2024 police Tahoe from Kelly Automotive for $50,715. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Okay.
Opposed?
That's all I have for now.
Anybody
Somebody
have
have something
anything
for me?
for Rich? Okay, stay warm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Street department.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing excellent. We're sitting in a cold office here. Are you
Yeah.
sitting in a nice warm spot?
Right now, yes.
Well, that's good. The only thing I want to bring up is thanks for coming in for the fire and the street plowing and all that stuff during the snow and the ice and everything. The roads were nice, so appreciate you guys' extra effort on that.
Thank you. I'll let the guys know.
I got a big kick out of this pick up leaves on Grant Street.
Yeah.
Is it yours?
Yeah, they seem to always want to fall so late in the year when we're done picking up leaves, and we had to get the bobcat and scrape the roads and
Yeah. So did you get the GMC brakes fixed?
yes, we did. The rear brakes were totally shot or gone, and what was squeaking was a little rock got behind the dust cover on the front. So we didn't have to change them, but the rear ones we did change.
Good deal.
And we just actually got new tires today for the GMC.
Anybody have anything for John? Nope, guess not, John. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You
You too.
too, thanks. Parks,
Nothing for the park.
cemetery. Well, if you all had a chance to look at what they've been doing, there've been a lot of burials. Cold weather to be digging, so nothing else. Fire department. Fire department. Mark, you got anything?
I have 3 copies of the contract. I know I spoke to Jeremy last night, with his new jobs and stuff. We thought about 6:20 coming straight through was the soonest he would get here. That's partially why, I asked Lori to move him down on the agenda, so he may still show up here, but
We're moving
there's
through. extra
3
fast
copies
tonight.
that would be signed by you and by Jeremy.
So everybody have a chance to look at this contract that Mark sent out, so that you'd have an idea of what was going on. Anybody have anything to comment about? Well, yeah, go ahead and I'll entertain a motion to accept the contract.
I move
on
to
behalf of the town.
approve this contract for between the town of LaGrange and our new fire chief. New fire chief contract.
Speaking,
Oh, she
very
did.
good. I think so. Edna, did you second the motion?
Yeah.
You need to speak up right
Oh,
in here.
Yeah.
that's in second. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy. You're right on time. We were just talking about it, so. We've got a contract here. Have you had a chance to look at it? You have not? I don't think there's very much changed on there. You want to table this until the next meeting, so you have a chance to look through this?
That's possible.
Yeah, it sure is. We'll table this until the next meeting, let you have a chance to read through that contract. You have any reports or anything you want to talk about real quick?
I don't have much to speak of right now.
Okay. Good deal. Yeah, read through that, see what you've done. How many did they need?
He already gave me him.
Oh, you gave him one? I didn't realize you gave you one. I just want to make sure you got one.
Yeah. Everything going okay?
Yeah, I've been sick and,
Get back from the
I
podium.
just wanna say thanks for the back up there. That's all I got.
Good deal. Thank you so much. Okay, so Mark, you got anything else then?
I think only one thing to touch on that I think that the report didn't explain itself is, I did get contacted by Amy Arnold at Noble County Disposal about doing our annual
Yes.
town cleanup. She was wanting to know if we wanted to lock in, a May 10th date this year. Apparently it was May 11th last year that we did that. So that we could get that, in their schedule and then we can start advertising. So does that work for people? Or I'm guessing that they've probably got other Saturdays available. If you don't like that date, I can try to.
I
Give
make
us
a
another
motion,
date.
we lock in for spring cleanup for May 10th. Second.
So we got a motion and a second to, what?
I remember there was like feedback on that date, right?
Like, that's all.
Yeah, okay.
So we've got a motion and a second to lock in May 10th with Noble County Disposal for our annual town cleanup day. Is there any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
We don't have anything other than that, just the stuff that's in the report. Tried to give you a rundown. I'm not sure, look, we should be able to get the bulk of the 10 different streets that I went through with the supervisors that we've given to Holly. We're still working through some numbers or whatever. We may have to, it may be 9 of those or something, and we may have to move those around a little bit to stay at the money that you pledged earlier with the commitment letter and to stay in the 1.5. But the game plan is to move forward like we discussed earlier with mill and resurface to try to do as many of them as we can this year, and then we'll have to go back and concentrate on some of these. They're going to take some major work, either basically based off infrastructure with issues that Mark's got to get taken care of, as well as we've got some that have some sewer issues that need to be addressed as well, and they're going to be bigger projects.
Did you hear anything from Oprah? Did you have the Oprah meeting?
Yeah, we did. I did set through that today. Interesting, I guess is probably what I want to put out to the world. I would disagree with some of their reasoning that they had in some of it. Part of it dealt with stuff that didn't make sense. That felt like they had too many sidewalk projects, didn't like the dollar amounts attached to those projects, thought we were low on our estimates. Yet I don't agree with that because, we used engineers to prepare those. Anybody can go on to Gateway and see how these projects have done. I mean, it's pretty uniform numbers that are used to do some of those. So that was it. And then we came out of it on the back end, hearing things like, in the beginning, they said, dream big, and I think we did. In these projects, but it almost came out on the backside when you listen to them as to how they scored it is they wanted us to have these projects already in place, and then we were gonna come in and expand upon something that we'd already put funds in. So it was a bit confusing. And I think based off information that we were given and stuff that we set through and what we submitted and what we were told today, in my mind, didn't stay consistent. So, it is what it is, I guess, I still think there's potential to move forward. I will say this, I just get today in the mail from Mike Kleinpeter. We had commissioned him to do the wage and income salary. We got that back. We would now qualify for Okra CBDG grants. We were prior to that, using the census, I think we were at like a 40 percentile, which put us just under where we needed to be to qualify. And based off his study and what he submitted to them, we're at like 67 point something. So we're well within the ability to apply for those. So I think some of those projects still could be achieved. We could still utilize the EDC and Emily as a grant writer and try to move some of that forward as well. And I think there's some discussion and thought that some of those things will hopefully happen. And then we'll just have to see, how that shakes out. I mean, it's basically it's over 2 years. So I would think probably looking at 27 would be the next theoretically opportunity for that again. I'm guessing either 26 or with an award in 27 maybe, but because they've committed 2 years worth of funding.
Okay, thanks for the update.
Cemetery building, how we coming?
It's got sticks up and some different stuff. So basically what happened is it got too cold and I thought it was going to be wet. And it's not uncommon from what was kind of common practice 15 years ago. So basically they had managed to pour the pillars that the posts will set on, and those were cured. So basically what's going to happen is they'll construct the building. They'll be able to go ahead and do the wiring. They can install, most of the pieces and the doors and different things as they need to. And then they'll come back in and, and pour the floor. It's big enough. I don't think it would have been one pour anyway. The challenge you have when you do that is you just don't have the freedom. You've got walls surrounding you probably on 3 sides. So it makes it a little more challenging to do a larger pour and be able to work that concrete the way you need to. So maybe it becomes 3 or 4 pours instead of 2 pours, but they're basically locked to their price. So that's kind of on them. So, but it is making some progress this way. So hopefully weather will break, we get into spring, and shortly thereafter, we should have a complete.
While we're here with Mark, do we have any kind of report on sale of our property down at the corner? Do we need to entertain a motion? Bill, you gonna talk about
bring
that?
that up under attorney.
Okay.
We'll see.
So anybody have anything else for Mark? Bill, you got anything?
Might as well get started on 9 and 20. We have, excuse me, we have a person interested in 9 and 20. We have 2 appraisals done. I'd like to, we have a recommendation from the EDC to the town board to make that sale for the average of our 2 appraisals. And so at this point, I'd like to go ahead from the board to reach out to the individual who's interested and see if we can get an offer to purchase done and sell 9 and 20 for the average of our 2 appraisals.
I'd make a motion to move forward with that. Second.
Got a motion and a second to move forward with the sale of our property at 9 and 20. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Along with that, we were working on the fire contract, which I understand has now been delivered to Jeremy. So I think that was a success. The board said last time we wanted to fine tune a couple little pieces in there, and I think we got that done. Jeremy, there's not many changes in that, but we did want to fine tune some of the things that happened over the last month and a half so that next time it's maybe handled a little cleaner if anything like that would ever happen again. The next thing is the Ottenweiler offer. Mr. Ottenweiler has accepted our offer. I am now working with him directly, and tomorrow, Mark and I are meeting with DLZ to put the bones and the flesh on the documents that we're going to use to make that happen.
That's excellent.
He's talking.
Bill, we lost you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. This headset, I have to talk directly into it or I'm not actually talking. And the other things that I'm working on still are an agreement that we're going to put together an ordinance to sell certain of our facilities use and testing equipment rented. Yeah, I'm still working on the Lou matter. I regret this last 2 weeks. I was totally unable to get with Rich. So Rich and I will talk this week, hopefully, and we'll keep moving that one forward. I think those are the things I'm working on right now, along with a dozen little projects, but I think we knock those off as they come up.
Anybody have anything for Bill?
We lost you again.
We lost you, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I tell you what, it must be the cold weather's got a line somewhere between where I am and where you are, because it's cold both places.
Get down there.
That's a snow we're getting. It's interfering with my reception, I guess.
Okay.
There you went again.
You're out again, Bill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Video and audio.
So weird.
See, talking about.
You're not, it's just not gonna work
Is it working now?
right now.
Right now.
Okay, it's really crazy. My machine is blinking on and off. So yeah, there's something going on in the line.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't think we have anything else for you, so.
I did a research assignment for Lori about the number of meetings that board members can attend in a row electronically. And Lori, is that anything I need to cover here, or is that just something you need me to do?
Gave the paper for that to the person that asked me about
Okay, good.
it.
Well, just for the reference for all the rest of us, what was your findings?
2 in a row.
2 in a row.
2 in a row. And then you got to do one live, and then you can go 2 in a row again.
So you can do that all year long.
Not necessarily, no. It really is poorly written. I hate to say that because we all know that, God handed down the scriptures to Moses, and I'm sure he interacts with our senators and our legislators when they hand down the scriptures to us. But it's really poorly written. And I can only tell you that you can do it twice for sure. 2, attend, and then 2. I can't tell you that you can do it again, and I can't tell you if you can do it again in a year or if you can do it again in some subset of time, because the statute doesn't say. It just says you can do it twice, then you go to attend, then you do it 2 more times, and then it just doesn't say anything.
Good to know.
We lost him again.
Oh my.
Council member.
At least I can hear you guys, so if there's anything you need, just let me know and I'll try to get it found for you.
All right. Thank you so much. Stay warm down there.
It's cold. It's cold, but that's relative.
I have a question about that. Are you still
Okay.
there?
Yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, what happens if it's gonna be more than that?
If it is, I can get a little research done on that and we can talk about it.
Okay. Would you please do that?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
The board, I'm just kidding, but $500 fine for.
$500 fine for what?
The 5th meeting, you better be here or else.
Okay,
I'm joking.
that's good, because then I'll have an excuse to tell my daughter I have to come home.
Good luck with that.
Daughter's always-
Anything else?
No,
Any
sir.
open Thank you, Bill. Any open discussion this evening?
I have a question,
Okay,
and I'm sure it's too cold at this point, but I think we should address the building that is collapsing at the intersection of Patch and Town Line.
I'm already working on that.
Oh, are you?
We
Okay.
did,
Yeah,
and-
I actually,
And while he was on vacation, I got a call from, he said the guy's name was James Miller, which is a contractor that the owner contacted that I think has plans to demolish it once
nine and 10.
Totally
the weather
collapsed.
is
Yeah.
suitable.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, but yeah, there's
That
been
alley
an
between
acknowledgement of
them,
Rich's
that's
letter,
where
and
the
I
town
think
line
she's,
is, and then it
she's
jogs
working with
Okay.
a contractor to
Okay.
get it.
in the county.
But he, I guess, he said. A
Okay.
person, owner.
Then disregard my.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I was already rolling on it.
Yeah, see, I always thought that was in the county, that alley in between there was where the town line went up through and then jogged up. Paw patch. Okay. Any other open discussion? I'll entertain a motion for allowance of claims.
I make the motion for the allowance of claims.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Motion adjourned.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thanks, everybody. Thanks
You
for
guys
all
have a
the
great
good
evening.
Thanks, Bill.